Ever wondered how AI has gotten so good at understanding us? Like, really, language is wild, right? Slang, idioms, sentences that go on forever.
It's true. Human language is really complex. For a long time, it really tripped up computers.
Right. But then there's this research paper, Attention is All You Need, and it kind of blew everything wide open. It's like the researchers were like, scrap the old ways, let's teach computers to learn language like humans do.
And the crazy thing is, it worked. That paper introduced the transformer, which totally changed how computers deal with language.
So before we get into the weeds, can you give us the lay of the land? How did computers understand us before this transformer thing?
Imagine reading, but you can only see one word at a time. Left to right, super slow. That was basically how older models worked, like these things called recurrent neural networks. One word after another, really inefficient, especially for long sentences.
That's like trying to get a joke when someone's telling you one word every 10 seconds. You'd miss the whole point.
Exactly. And that's where the whole attention idea comes in. The researchers behind the transformer, they realized humans don't read like that at all. We see a bunch of words together, focus on the important ones, and boom, we get it.
So the transformer, instead of one word at a time, it looks at a whole sentence all at
I
once.
got it. It's like the difference between, I don't know, figuring out a code letter by letter versus seeing a whole picture instantly. And this is where it gets even cooler. The transformer doesn't just see the sentence. It uses this thing called multi-head attention.
Multi-head attention. Okay, gotta admit, you've lost me a bit there.
Okay, think of it this way. You're watching a movie with some friends. Each of you might be paying attention to different stuff. Maybe someone's really into the acting, someone else the story, someone else loves the special effects. Everyone's got their thing.
So it's like the transformer has different heads, all looking at different parts of the sentence.
Exactly. Some heads might zero in on the grammar, making
Mhm.
sure the sentence makes sense structurally. Others, maybe they're trying to figure out the subject, the verb, the action of it all. And then others still, they're focused on the meaning, the little nuances, how words play off each other.
Wow, that's pretty wild. So it's almost like giving the AI different points of view on the same information, like we do as people.
And just like your friends after that movie, all these heads, they kind of compare notes. And that's how you get this much deeper, richer understanding of the whole sentence.
So the computer is kind of learning to understand us more on our terms. Like the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts.
That's a great way to put it. That ability to process everything at once, layers of analysis all happening together, that's a huge part of what makes the Transformer so groundbreaking.
So this multi-head attention thing, it's not just some theory, right? I mean, how does it actually work in the real world? What kind of impact has this transformer thing had?
Well, think about it. Last time you used Google Translate, or maybe you were messing around with the chatbot, chances are you were seeing the Transformer in action.
Wait, seriously, this one model, that's behind all that.
It's the foundation, yeah. Because the Transformer is so good at understanding context, how words relate to each other, even across different languages. It's been huge for machine translation.
That's got to be why those online translators have gotten so much better, huh? It's not just swapping out words anymore. They actually kind of get what you mean now.
Exactly. But it goes way beyond just translations. Think about those voice assistants, how they actually understand what you're asking now, or how you get those eerily good recommendations online. That's the Transformer at work, too.
It's really everywhere, huh? It's like the silent force shaping how we use tech without us even realizing it. All because someone figured out how to teach computers to think more like us.
It's a huge shift, yeah. Before the Transformer, AI was mostly stuck doing things that were like super logical, step by step. But language is messy. It's intuitive. It doesn't always follow the rules. The Transformer lets AI deal with that human element.
So instead of making language fit into this rigid box, we're teaching computers to kind of go with the flow, to get all the little nuances and weirdness that makes human communication so interesting.
Exactly. And that opens up so many doors. Imagine education that's actually tailored to how you learn best. Or AI doctors that diagnose you based on your entire medical history, not just your symptoms right now. Tools that can help us be more creative, you know?
That's kind of mind-blowing. Like, we're on the edge of this whole new era where AI isn't just doing jobs for us, but actually working with us, helping us reach our full potential.
And it's not just about the practical stuff either. This whole idea of making AI more human-like, it brings up some big questions, you know? I mean, if machines are getting better at understanding our words, are they also starting to understand our thoughts, our emotions? What makes us us?
Whoa, okay, now we're getting deep. And honestly, I don't think anyone has all the answers to those questions just yet. But this research, Attention is All You Need, it wasn't just some technical paper, it was a wake-up call, making us rethink what AI is and how it fits into our world.
That's a good way to put it. The people behind the transformer, they weren't just trying to make a better language model. They were trying to understand what makes intelligence, any intelligence, tick. And in doing so, they kind of stumbled onto this incredibly powerful tool that's already reshaping our world.
It's amazing to think that one paper could have that kind of ripple effect. But I'm guessing the story doesn't end there, right? This paper must have inspired others to run with these ideas.
Oh, absolutely. That's the best part about science, right? One breakthrough often leads to another, then another. Each one builds on what came before, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
So it's like the transformer was more than just a technological thing. It was like planting a seed that's blossomed into this whole new field of research and development.
Exactly. It created this huge wave of interest and investment in AI, speeding up the development of even more powerful models and applications.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, there's this other thing in the paper that I thought was so interesting. Apparently, the transformer wasn't just good at, translating and understanding conversations. It also turned out to be really good at this thing called constituency parsing.
Ah, yes, constituency parsing. Basically means the transformer could understand the grammar of sentences, even the really complicated ones.
So on top of everything else, it accidentally became a grammar whiz.
In a way, yeah. And it wasn't something they were even trying to do. Just shows you how good the transformer is at figuring out complex patterns and how words work together in language.
So it's not just about knowing what the words mean, it's knowing how they fit together that creates meaning.
Exactly. Like the transformer can see both the forest and the trees. It gets the big picture, but also understands the finer points of grammar and sentence structure.
That's really impressive. It's like this one model that can do it all, translate, write poetry, analyze grammar, you name it.
It really speaks to the adaptability of this whole attention-based approach. Because it can zero in on the most important information and understand how everything connects, the transformer can handle so many different language tasks with incredible accuracy.
Okay, so to sum it all up, we've got this groundbreaking paper, Attention is All You Need. They introduced the transformer, which uses that multi-head attention thing to learn language, kind of like we do, by seeing the whole picture, not just bits and pieces. And this has had a huge impact on everything from Google Translate to the chatbots everyone's talking about. Oh, and it turns out it's a grammar nerd, too.
You got it. And it really shows you what happens when someone comes up with a truly innovative idea in science. The transformer didn't just solve one problem, it changed how we think about AI as a whole.
So we've gone from computers barely understanding a simple sentence to AI that can write poems, translate languages, even analyze grammar like a pro. And it's all thanks to this one idea. Attention is all you need. Wild.
It really shows you how powerful a truly new concept can be in science. The transformer, it didn't just fix a technical glitch, it made everyone rethink what AI could even be,
And the thing is, this was all the way back in 2017, right? Makes you wonder what kind of crazy advancements we'll see in the next few years building on all this.
It's a really exciting time to be working in this field, that's for sure. I mean, we're already seeing AI popping up everywhere, from healthcare to schools to, like, Netflix recommending you that show you end up loving.
Seriously, it makes you wonder, if this is where we are now, what's next? Will AI ever really get us? Not just our words, but our feelings, our ideas, our creativity even?
Those are the million-dollar questions, aren't they? The ones researchers are wrestling with right now. And we may not have all the answers yet, but one thing's for sure. The transformer, it changed everything. What we thought AI was capable of, out the window.
Like we opened a door to this whole new world and we're just starting to peek inside.
And who knows what we'll find in there. The future of AI is wide open. It's up to all of us to figure out how to use it for good.
Couldn't agree more. Well, this deep dive has been quite a ride. From the nitty-gritty of how the transformer works to these huge questions about the future of, well, everything.
It's been great exploring all this with you.
And for everyone listening, we hope this got you thinking about the amazing world of AI and just how far human ingenuity can take us. So, until next time, keep asking those big questions, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep learning.